Last week, I saved my clients $18,000 just by catching one mistake that 90% of DFW homeowners are making right now. And if you're thinking about buying a home in DFW, you need to know these 5 mistakes are costing you. Hey everyone, I'm Tanika Donnell, broker and owner of TD Realty here in the DFW area. For nearly 12 years, I've been helping families just like yours navigate one of the biggest investments you'll ever make. Now, let's get into these 5 mistakes. Mistake number 1, getting pre-approved instead of fully underwritten. Now, most people think pre-approval means they're going to be good to go, but here's what's happening in our DFW market right now. You get pre-approved for about $400,000. You found your dream home in any given city. You make an offer and it gets accepted. Then 3 weeks into the process, the lender comes back and says, you're actually only approved for $350,000. The taxes, the homeowner's insurance, and that particular house are much higher than we had estimated. Man, your deal falls apart. Your earnest money is lost, and that house you loved is gone. Here's what I do differently for my clients. I make sure they get fully underwritten before we start looking. That means the lender has verified your income, your assets, your credit, and every realistic expectation for the property taxes and homeowner's insurance, which has actually increased lately. No surprises and no heartbreak. Because in this competitive DFW market, you can't afford to waste your time and potentially lose your earnest money. Mistake number 2, waiving the inspection to win the offer. Y'all, I get it. This market is competitive, especially in areas like Plano, Allen, and McKinney. But waiving your inspection is like buying a car without actually looking under the hood. Just last month, I had a client who almost waived the inspection on a beautiful home in Prosper. The seller had multiple offers and everyone else had actually waived the inspection. But I said, let's get creative. Instead of waiving it completely, we offered a shortened inspection period and agreed to only ask for repairs over $2,000. We got the house, and guess what? The inspection found $8,000 in foundation issues that were not visible to the naked eye. The seller fixed it, my clients saved $8,000, and now they're living their best life in their dream home. There's always a way to protect yourself and win the house. You just need to have someone who knows how to structure the deal. Mistake number 3, not understanding the true cost of home ownership. Here's what I hear all the time. Tanika, our rent is $2,000, so we can afford a $2,000 mortgage payment. But that's not exactly how it works. Your mortgage payment includes principal and interest, taxes, and insurance. But then you also have to think about HOA fees, maintenance, utilities that might be higher, and repairs. In DFW, I tell my clients to budget at least 25% more than just your mortgage payment for the total cost of home ownership. So if your mortgage is $2,000, you need to be comfortable with about $2,500 total in monthly housing cost. Now, that doesn't mean you can't afford to buy. It just means you need to be a little bit more realistic about what you can comfortably afford so you're not house poor. Because I want you to love your home, not stress out about it every month. Mistake number 4, choosing your lender based only on the interest rate. I know, everyone's focused on rates right now, and yes, rates do matter. But here's what matters more. Can your lender actually close on time? In our DFW market, I've seen buyers lose their dream homes because their lenders could not perform. You might get quoted a rate of 1/8 of a point lower, but if they can't close in 30 days, you could lose your earnest money and the house. That's why I work with a network of trusted lenders who I know can perform. They might not always have the absolute lowest rates, but they will close you on time. And honestly, that's the difference between a 6.5% and 6.625% on your monthly payments, maybe $20. But losing your house because your lender can't perform, that's priceless. Choose reliability over the lowest rate every single time. And mistake number 5, trying to do this alone. Look, I get it. You're smart, you're capable, and you've researched everything online. But buying a home isn't just about finding a house that you like. It's about negotiating strategy. It's about market timing, contract terms, inspection issues, appraisal challenges, the list goes on. And in the DFW market specifically, every neighborhood has its quirks. Frisco has different HOA considerations than Cedar Hill. Plano has different property taxes than implications in Fort Worth. It's a lot. But last week, I saved a client over $15,000 in closing costs by knowing about a city program in Grand Prairie that their online research never would have found. Your real estate agent just isn't somebody that opens doors. We're your advocate, your negotiator, your market expert, and your stress reducer all rolled into one. Because this is likely the biggest financial decision you'll ever make. Why would you want to navigate it alone? So there you have it. 5 costly mistakes that I see DFW homebuyers making every single week. But here's the good news. Every single one of these is completely avoidable when you have the right guidance. So, if you're thinking about buying a home anywhere in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, I'd love to help you avoid these mistakes and find the perfect home for you and your family.